Many families play games after dinner, the screen-free hour before bedtime, while driving in the car, or they even establish a weekly game night. Here's a puzzle to start multiplying the family fun. What do you notice? Find the missing number. Explain your thinking to someone using objects, numbers, words, or pictures. Pause the video now. Dr. Joel Bowler encourages children to play puzzles and games to stamp out math anxiety. She says, puzzles and games will help children enjoy mathematics and develop number sense, which are two critically important things. We also want to multiply the family fun by adding a bit of arts integration too. I noticed the 60 at the top. Then I noticed the 6 on the left and 10 on the right. I immediately thought of multiplication. I know that 6 rows of 10 is the same as 60. Your child may have photographed an array of this multiplication fact, as suggested in the Multiplying Family Fun Part 1 video. Arrays help us understand how to develop strategies that lead to building number flexibility and the automaticity of math facts. For many, the term array is not a familiar one. In mathematics, an array is a group of objects ordered in rows and columns. Seems pretty simple, but they are extremely powerful in building a deep conceptual understanding. This photography activity may have helped your child remember the basic multiplication fact. 6 rows of 10 tiles is the same as 60 tiles. Stay tuned for a connection to another term, area. Back to the puzzle. I noticed a 6, 30, and 5 on the left side. I immediately recall these 3 numbers are in a fact family, or group of related facts. You may have mentioned these related facts while you explained your answer. Related facts help children see the patterns in mathematics and simultaneously connect the operations of multiplication and division. Speaking of patterns, I see a pattern in this puzzle. 6 groups of 10 is 60. 6 groups of 5 is 30. 5 groups of 9 is 45. So that makes me think the answer will follow the pattern. 10 groups of 9 is 90. This basic fact may have been easy to recall because of the practice your child had with skip counting coins, as mentioned in part 1. The time spent skip counting coins helps your children grow mathematically. In grade 3, it is reasonable to believe that students are still working on counting and quantity in order to skip count quickly and effortlessly from any number. Math is fun. Try this puzzle. What do you notice? Find the missing number. Explain your thinking to someone using objects, numbers, words, or pictures. Pause the video now. 18 is the answer. Was that easier for you to solve or explain than the first puzzle? Pause the video and explain why or why not. Learning from your last mistake is the best teacher. We hope the strategies presented in the first video and these fun shape puzzles help your child master the basic multiplication facts. Multiply the family fun by creating your own puzzles. This blank template of 6 puzzles can be downloaded from our website in the University of Family Learning tab. Start by marking the spot for the missing number. Did you notice that we can easily make connections between an array and the area of a rectangle? As we have witnessed in the previous example of tiles, with every array a student builds, we are providing them with a window into the world of measurement. The area dice game is another brain-friendly game that can be played independently or with 2 or even 3 players. Each partner pair will need the following: blank grid paper, markers or colored pencils, and 2 dice. Yes, families can use polyhedral dice with numbers higher than 6 for an extra challenge. Step 1. Divide or fold the grid paper in half. Determine which half each player will use. Step 2. Partner 1 rolls the dice and says aloud, "I will draw a rectangle with 5 rows of 4," mentioning the numbers rolled on the dice. Step 3. Partner 1 draws a rectangle that corresponds with the numbers just rolled anywhere on his or her half of the blank grid paper. Shading the rectangle is optional, but so fun and makes a beautiful masterpiece when you're done. Step 4. Partner 1 writes the multiplication equation to show the area of that rectangle. Area is the number of square units enclosed within a figure. When we measure the area, we use the term units squared or square units. Step 5. Partner 2 repeats the procedure, creating a rectangle on the other half of the grid paper. Step 6. Partners continue taking turns and creating rectangles. Rectangles must touch one another. Play continues until one partner is unable to make a rectangle with the remaining space. Step 7. Partners each add up the total area used. The person with the largest area is the winner. If your family does not have access to dice, you could still play the dice game by creating a spinner. Use a paper clip, pencil or pen, and a piece of paper folded into fours. Write a number between 1 and 10 in each square. Spin the spinner by flicking the paper clip held in the center of the spinner with the pencil. Flick the paper clip again to determine the 2 factors or the numbers being multiplied. Change the numbers on the spinner for specific fact practice and challenge. Again, the area dice game is another brain-friendly game that can be played independently or with 2 or 3 players, with dice or a spinner, or at home or on the go. Having a visual that multiplying 2 numbers will always yield a rectangular array is an important concept that provides students with insight into why more abstract mathematics works later on in grades 9 and 10. Now that you have experienced the colorful area dice game using grid paper and markers, explore representations of area with various computer or online programs. An example challenge could be: a new school would like to plant a garden bed with an area of 12 square units. Show as many bed designs as you can. Pause the video now and try it. Did your child's prior practice with noticing related facts help? For example, in yellow, 1 row of 12 and 12 rows of 1 equal 12 square units. In purple, 2 rows of 6 and 6 rows of 2 equal 12 square units. In green, 3 rows of 4 and 4 rows of 3 equal 12 square units. Did your child enjoy shading the boxes and solving a real-life challenge? Parents and caregivers, try this activity again with a different number other than 12. How large or small do you want that garden bed to be? Jokes are a great way to multiply family fun by writing and reading them. Here's one. What kind of table has no legs? Pause the video and tell someone your answer. The multiplication table! Some parents and caregivers may remember creating or using one of these tables when they were in school. If your child is stuck on a multiplication fact while doing homework or playing a game, resist the urge to give the answer. pull out this colorful multiplication table and teach your child how to use the visual and tactile tool. This is one of our favorite multiplication tables available free online. Notice it is drawn to scale and visually represents the size of the products or answers to multiplication equations. Here's an example. Put one finger on the 9 column. Put another finger on row 8. Slide your finger to where the row and column meet. That meeting spot is the product of 72. Using this tool is not cheating. This brain-friendly tool, just like a calculator, is a temporary support while your child is learning to effortlessly recall facts automatically. There are a wealth of resources, like the multiplication table, available online. Search for online computer games and apps for practicing basic facts too. Many are even free. There are so many different games to choose from that children should not tire of any one game. Just keep rotating the games. These particular multiplication games are computer-based rather than for tablets. A link to this list of games is available on our website. To achieve the highest level of long-term achievement, students need to be able to confidently and consistently explain their mathematical thinking using objects, numbers, words, and pictures. Please watch our Mathematics Matters for Families series. Read the guide, learn the reason why, and gather more ideas, like a better use of flashcards. The guide also contains a list of children's books to help start a family's conversation about multiplication. We hope this video was beneficial for parents, guardians, and caregivers by showing approaches beyond the more traditional or rote multiplication strategies.